It's Week 12 of the National Football League, and center stage belongs to Matthew Stafford. He comes in second in the league in passing yards this season. It's the Wizards and the Golden Eagles, next on EA Sports.
It is time for football as we welcome you to another edition of the NFL on EA Sports. Good to be with you. Mike Tirico, Greg Olson here in the booth. Greg, we got a couple of teams who love to throw the football, and you know how guys say, hey, we're not going against the other offense, we're going against the other team's defense. Greg, these star wide receivers, you know they're watching what the other guy does on the field here today.
Oh, in their minds, there's no question. They are competing against one another, and I think that's what makes this league so fun is when these guys, they know each other, they study each other, they work together in the off seasons. A lot of times they're friends, but come game day, there is no question. At the end of this one, yes, they want their teams to win.
Big crowd on hand. They love American football. These games grow every year. The English crowd is ready, and off we go from Wembley. And they'll bring them down just shy of the 30-yard line. So the visitors ready to go on offense here for the first time. They're led out by the last pick in the draft in 2022. Iowa State's Brock Purdy at quarterback.
Mr. Irrelevant. Well, I think it's safe to say, Mike, he has been anything but irrelevant since arriving in the NFL, and he is living proof. It doesn't matter if you're drafted first overall, or in his case, with the very last pick. What does matter is what you do with the opportunity once it's given to you. Nothing real flashy about his game. He simply gets the...
And what an effort after the catch. He goes all the way. 71 yards. It's a touchdown. And, Greg, that is the way you love to start one of those games. Get off the bus, get on the field, get in the end zone. The road team with the first 6 of this one.
And you can just see, Mike, it takes a lot of the air out of the stadium. And this crowd, they're fired up, start of the game, trying to make their presence felt. And the opposing team goes all the way down for an opening drive touchdown. That's an ideal way to start when you find yourself on the road.
We are set for football in the NFL International Series. Great to be back in England. And off we go from Tottenham Hotspur Stadium in North London. He'll get this past the 20 before he's brought down shy of the 25-yard line. This crowd ready in anticipation, their offense taking the field for the first time. They're led out, Greg, by the #1 overall pick way back in 2009, Matthew Stafford.
Stafford was one of those guys, Mike, that I think through the first half of his career was probably the most underappreciated quarterback in the entire league. The talent was always undeniable. But what he was constantly discredited for was just the fact that he was on some really bad teams that were left to play really irrelevant football down the stretch. Immediately changed that narrative the second he joined a championship roster. Now, he's just trying to see if he can add some more hardware to that resume and solidify that legacy even further.
And he won't get away. Good open field tackle there to get him down behind the line. They're going to try to pick this up on 3rd and 8. From the shotgun, it's Stafford. The ball comes out. One of his teammates there to take it back in.
These are the opportunities that just kill defensive coordinators. You got the ball loose. You did everything you want. But now you got to recover it. You need better pursuit to the ball, more bodies around the ball carrier. Because when that ball pops out, you've got to be on it. These opportunities don't come around often, and when they do, you got to seize the moment.
And he's going to be brought down after a short return, and that's where his team will get possession of the football. The Golden Eagles offense and running back Saquon Barkley heading back on the field. And he's made a big impact in the passing game. As you look at the NFL leaders in receiving yards by a running back, his name right there at the top. He is met and dropped. Good defense. Loss of a couple on that play.
Well, they try to get the run game started here early on this drive, Mike, and they're just going to have to do a better job up front. There's really nowhere for this ball carrier to go. You never want to lose yards on first down, but that's exactly the case here.
And they'll get about 8 out of that one, but still a little work to do now on third down. And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a fourth down. The Golden Eagles going to have to punt. They'll kick it away. And back deep is Quez Watkins. That's fielded at about the 18. And that's a nice job of making things more manageable for this offense as he takes it back beyond the 25-yard line. The Wizards offense about ready to get going on their second possession. Play action, Stafford. Now he'll swing it out to his fullback. And he'll try to use that size and push forward, but it will not work. They're going to get him down behind the line. So after the loss on first, here's 2nd and 14. Cooks going in motion. Swift gets it from the pistol. He's fighting to get back to the line of scrimmage, but can't get there. He dropped for the loss of a yard. Now after the run, we get a stoppage for an injured player. So as they look at the injured player, we'll take a timeout. Third and long. Here's Stafford. And this drive is over before it can start. He's swallowed up to force fourth down.
Sometimes you just have to know when the play is over and live to play another down. He has pressure coming right at him, and instead of just throwing the ball away, he tries to escape, he tries to get creative, and he ends up losing a lot more yards than he should have.
Here's Jake Bailey now, as he'll take this a yard or two into his own end zone. On the return is Jones. And he'll get forward a few yards on the return. And that's where the offense will take over. The Golden Eagles offense ready to see what they can do. They'll have a short field looking to build on the lead. Purdy on first down. He keeps it himself.
Initially, Mike, a really good job by the defense. Nowhere to go with the ball for this quarterback. He's forced to pull it down and turn into a runner. A little slow reaction, and he's able to actually pick up a pretty good game.
Purdy now on second down. That's caught Saquon Barkley. A pickup of 12 yards. And that will be a first down. Out of the gun, here's Purdy. That's over the middle, taken in by Cooper. And this takes him into the red zone. He's brought down inside the 20-yard line. In motion, it's Robinson. And the back judge throws the flag. He looks at the ball, looks at the clock. Clock says 0. That's a delay of game. Shotgun snap to Purdy. The coverage too good downfield. They'll wind up taking him down. Now, following that sack, we have a player who was injured. And as the medical staff looks him over, we'll step aside. Jones motioning here. On second down, Purdy. A pass caught by Saquon. And that'll go for a gain of 7. And it's going to set up third down. They send a receiver in motion left. On third down, it's Purdy. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
Really nice start for this defense here early through the first quarter. Two different players each recording a sack. Offensive line's going to have to get together on the sideline with their coach and identify where's the weakness in our protection. How can we get extra bodies and extra attention? Because we still got a long way to go in this one.
Butker's kick is good. And the Golden Eagles will extend to a 10-0 lead.
And this is what you want. I mean, you clearly have the advantage, but you want to continue to apply pressure. Can you score every time you get the ball? They're able to do that here. They tack on 3 and extend their lead.
He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. The Wizards offense getting things in order as they trot out for this next possession. The deficit is at 10, so an important drive forthcoming. Getting started with 1st and 10. Play action now for Stafford. He'll swing this out to Swift. That's a nice pickup on a first down throw. It's a gain of 8.
Great example of first down efficiency. You don't always have to go for the big play, but put yourself in a friendly second down. Now you have equal opportunity to both run and pass.
On second down, it's a run with Swift. A gain there of 16 yards. That's enough for a first down.
2nd and short. Normally, this is a great time, Mike, to put the ball in the air and try to press the ball downfield. But in this case, they keep it on the ground. Has a similar effect. They pick up a good gain and a first down.
And a nice run there. He'll be stopped just shy of a first down. A pickup of 9. An enviable spot to operate from. Here's 2nd and inches. A shotgun snap to Stafford. That one downfield for Cooks. That ball incomplete. Got the hands in there to break it up. Could have been a big gainer. Instead, it sets up a 3rd down. They'll try to run for it. It's Swift. And he's going to have the first down. They'll mark him at the 29, but it's a new set of downs. First down picked up.
I think everybody in the stadium saw that run coming, Mike, but good luck stopping it. I mean, all he really had to do was just fall forward, and it would be enough to pick up the first down.
Throw to the right flat. It is caught.
Nice job there, getting the ball to your slot receiver and then letting him get to work. It's a nice feeling as a quarterback when you can just have a short throw, still result in a big gain.
Stafford now on 2nd down. That is hauled in at the 5. And he's going to be taken down.
Anytime you're facing a zone defense, you're working from your first progression all the way through. But when guys are open in this level, Mike, they don't stay open very long. So what they taught us as receivers, if you're open, stay open. And if you're not open, you better get open quick because that ball is coming out.
They'll run with Swift. A dive, and he's in. DeAndre Swift. Touchdown, Wizards. Touchdown number 9 for the year. Greg, we better tie those shoelaces tight. We could be in for a track meet. Great start on offense in this one.
Yeah, it certainly has, Mike, and I think the biggest thing for this offense is how they've bounced back to some early adversity. They found themselves trailing here in the first quarter, and they cut into that lead. I got a feeling this thing's going to go back and forth, and we're going to have some fireworks ahead of us.
Big crowd on hand. They love American football. These games grow every year. The English crowd is ready, and off we go from Wembley. And it'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. The Golden Eagles offense ready to see what they can do with this next possession. They lead by a field goal as they go to work with a 1st and 10. In motion, it's Robinson. Purdy now. He'll throw on first down. That ball caught. It's Zay Jones. And he'll be taken down all the way up past the 45.
We talk so much about starting fast and then trying to sustain that throughout the course of the game. That's exactly what they're doing here. They've got the early lead, but they're not content to just sit on the ball. They're looking to extend it. Nice start here to this drive. Once they cross midfield, then it goes into go mode. You're trying to come away with points every single time you have the ball. It's a good way to start this game here in the first quarter.
A touchdown apiece here in the first quarter of play. It's a three-point game here early on. More from the International Series in London after this. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is first down and 10. On the ground, this is Barkley. And he finds some space, tackled after a gain of 7 on first down. Here's a 2nd and 3 forthcoming. Out of the gun, it's Purdy. He's going to run it. Good job breaking the pocket and going for 14 yards, and most importantly, a first down.
I love this call, Mike. 2nd down and short. One of the best downs in football to take a shot. Give credit to the defense. They were ready for it. But a nice job by the quarterback, realizing there's nothing downfield. Take off, turn into a runner, pick up the first down.
After the catch, he gets that forward for a gain of 9. A good spot here, 2nd and a yard. From the gun, it's Purdy. Off he goes. He is in. Brock Purdy. Touchdown, Golden Eagles. That is 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. That is a heartbreaker for the defense. They took away what he wanted to do in the air, Greg, but that scrambling ability gets him to the end zone for the touchdown.
And the reason he was able to take advantage with his legs here, Mike, is he made a fast decision realizing there was nowhere to go with the ball. The amount of guys the defense had in coverage took those passes away. He tucked the ball down, took advantage of the space, and he was able to take it all the way.
We are set for football in the NFL International Series. Great to be back in England, and off we go from Tottenham Hotspur Stadium in North London. And he is stopped at the 25. The drive will begin there. The Wizards offense and Matthew Stafford heading back onto the field. And he is in the midst of a sensational season, currently 2nd in the NFL in passing yards. They'll start on the ground with Swift. And he'll get about 5 past the 30-yard line. They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5. They'll go again with Swift. They tackle him at the 38, but that run is good enough to pick up the first down. Working out of the gun, Stafford. A pass caught by the veteran. That's Brandon Cooks. And they bring him down, but not until he crosses midfield. Set to go now on 1st and 10. Out of the gun, Stafford. A quick slant taken by Chase. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line. From the 39, here's a 1st and 10. They'll run out of the gun. It is Swift. And he'll take this forward for about 3. It's 2nd down. Now Stafford. A dive and a catch. Incredible. That's his third catch of this first half and good enough for a first down.
So, Mike, you look back at the quarterback and you see that this ball is coming out of his hand and it's going to be low. And the decision's made. You've got to go down to the ground to secure the catch. First order of business. Your hands are between the ground and the ball, no matter what that looks like. And then once you secure it, you've got to roll, protect the ball, and under no circumstances can that ball move or hit the ground. I mean, how often do we see a great catch overturned on replay? So it's not easy, but you get paid to catch them all.
Last play went the wrong way. It sets up second and long. It's second down and 12. Off the RPO, that's going to be caught by Cooks. And he's going to be taken down, but there is a flag on the field. You wonder if that was a push-off. Another run here, another run by Swift. And some good blocking, springing up. A gain of 9 as we get to third down. From the gun, here's Stafford. He'll try and get there on the ground. And he'll gain yardage and able to get down at the end of the play.
And that's a great job defensively here on third down. Not only taking away all the options down the field through the air, but when the quarterback decides to turn into a runner himself, they're able to converge and make the play and keep him short of the first down.
Little's kick is good. And the Wizards are back within a score. It's now 17-10.
And I can tell you firsthand, Mike, when you find yourself trailing in a game, you don't feel very good about coming away with field goals. But in this case, it does get them a little bit closer and cut into this deficit.
And he's brought down right at the 25-yard line. The visitors' offense and Brock Purdy headed back on the field for their next possession. And this defense has to be searching for answers right now. It's been his ability to make plays on the ground here in the first half that has really given them fits. A modest gain, maybe 2 yards. It's second down. From the shotgun, it's Purdy. A very quick throw there, but not on the same page with his target. That's incomplete. They need 8 as they come up for third down. Throwing from the gun is Purdy. And this drive is over before it can start. He's swallowed up to force fourth down.
We're starting to see in these passing situations, Mike, this defensive line is starting to have their way against this group up front because right now, their pass protection is breaking down and his quarterback's paying the price for it.
And he'll be brought down. Short return. And they'll take over there. The home team's offense and DeAndre Swift set to get going again. They trail here by a touchdown as this drive will start with a first down. They'll fake the handoff now. Stafford. That one downfield for Cooks. That one broken up. It is incomplete. They tried the shot on first down. Couldn't connect. It'll bring up second down. On the give, it's Swift. And he shows off a little footwork, winding his way for a run of 8. Here's 3rd and 2. They're trying the left side with Swift. And it looks like he's going to have that first down. He will, not by a whole lot, but he's got it enough. They convert on third down. Out of the shotgun, it's a give to Swift. And a nice run. Get him about 9. It'll bring up second down. On the option, it's Swift. He's going to be taken down at about the 30.
What we're seeing here in this first half, Mike, is an example of the offensive line, the running back, and the play caller all on the same page. The execution and the ability to continue to pick up chunk plays on the ground has been a great start for this offense.
So they come to the line for first down and 10. From the shotgun, it's Stafford. That's to the middle of the field and caught by Cooks. Here's 2nd and 6. Stafford now. Right back to Cooks. He's got another one. Now they are in business inside the 15-yard line. On the move at the 14-yard line, it's 1st and 10. That's to the end zone, but it's incomplete. He was trying to get it to Jamar Chase, and it'll lead to a second down. Again, it's Stafford. This one caught at the 4. And he'll be taken down. Now this offense going to use the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it just a little bit over 30 seconds to go in this first half. They'll try to run with Swift. And he will fight his way to the end zone. DeAndre Swift. Touchdown, Wizards. His second touchdown of this first half. What a standout performance early on in this one. That his second rushing touchdown of the game.
And some backs, Mike, they just have a sense of finding the end zone and being able to finish off these runs. That's exactly what this guy has been able to do today, and we're just getting started.
Little on now for the extra point. He gets it to go, and the Wizards will come back to tie things at 17. Big crowd on hand. They love American football. These games grow every year. The English crowd is ready, and off we go from Wembley. And he'll be brought down right around the 25-yard line. The visitors' offense going to get it one last time here late in the opening half. They'll work in a tie game here in the second quarter and get started with 1st and 10. Now a screen set up for Barkley. Now this offense going to use the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in half number 1. Throwing on 2nd down is Purdy. This pass is caught by Cade Otton, and he's going to be brought down up past the 45. They'll come up here 1st and 10. Shotgun snap to Purdy. And he's able to gain yardage out of this one before he slides. And the offense will take one here. Timeout with 6 left on the second quarter clock. On 2nd down, Purdy. He's going to air this one out, looking for Cooper. And penalty flags come in as it winds up incomplete, but no doubt there was contact there. Harrison Butker on now for the field goal. This about as short as you can get. He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. So we're at halftime with just a field goal separating these two teams at the break, as we send you back across the Atlantic. Early wake-up call for Jonathan Coachman. He's got our EA Sports Halftime report. Top of the morning, Coach.
All right, Michael, we'll get back to you and Greg in just a little bit. For now, plenty of early action in the 1 o'clock Eastern window to get you caught up on. So let's get to it. This one's been as good as advertised. Just a field goal separating these two teams. This was a very level first half, and I'd expect to see more of the same after the break.
Coach, thank you. Not a rest at the break for the defensive coordinators, trying to figure out how to stop these offenses as we get ready for the second half. On the return, it's Chuba Hubbard. And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line. The home team's offense and their running back getting set for this next possession. And as we look at the highlights, you see it's been tough to stop him here today. Couple of touchdowns in this ball game. He has, without a doubt, been the driving force in this offense so far. This drive will begin with a run by Swift. And he'll work forward for about 3. It's second down. Now it's Stafford. In trouble, and down he goes.
If there's any silver lining for this drive, Mike, it's the fact that at least this sack occurred on an early down. So I guess technically they have a chance to claw themselves out of this hole, but that's the 3rd sack of the game. And this defense doesn't show any signs of slowing down.
And this drive is over before it can start. He's swallowed up to force 4th down. Now, following that sack, we have a player who was injured. Athletic training staff looking at him, so we'll step aside. This returnable from inside his own 40. And he's going to be brought down after a short return. And that's where his team will get possession of the football. Here's 1st and 10. On the ground, it's Barkley to start the drive. The hole closes quickly. He'll pick up about 3. They face 2nd down and 7. Here comes Otten in motion. Purdy now on 2nd down. A short one there to Otten. They'll get maybe 3 out of that one, and it's going to set up 3rd down. Out of the gun, here's Purdy. And he will slide to a halt, but he does have the 1st down. 13 yards on that one. Move the sticks. It's a 1st down.
Anytime a quarterback decides to tuck it and turn himself into a runner, you can just feel the sideline hold their breath. They're just hoping that he gets down, picks up enough for the 1st down, but more importantly, protects himself so he can get himself back up and continue on.
They'll run. It's Barkley. And he finds a little bit of space. He'll take this forward for a gain of 4. Here's a 2nd and 6. Purdy to throw. Open man, the veteran, Allen Robinson.
The receiver thought he had a nice soft spot in that zone coverage, and he settles down to give a nice target to the quarterback. But the defense had eyes on him the entire time. Secure rally tackle prevents that from turning into a big play.
And he's brought down at the 17, but that's going to be good enough. A first down picked up on the ground.
Nothing real fancy about this call here, Mike, right? In this 3rd and short, just get the ball to your running back, make sure he has enough space to pick up the first down, and they're able to convert.
Once again, it's Barkley. And he's going to be taken down.
This is where you have to be careful, Mike. You find yourself winning in the second half. Human instinct says, all right, let's just sit on the ball and protect the lead and let the clock run out. You can't do that. Stay aggressive. Do what got you here. Continue to mix the run with the pass.
He bought all the time he could, but he's going to be taken down as he couldn't get a throwaway.
Field goals and takeaways. That's the 2 goals anytime a defense finds themselves in a goal-to-go situation. Now after that first down sack, I think the odds are a little bit more in their favor. Can they hold up here on 2nd and 3rd down? And if they can make the offense settle for 3, man, that's a huge win for this defense.
Third and goal. Purdy. And he's going to be stopped. He gets 2 down to the 2-yard line, but now it's 4th down.
You could tell that this defense was ready for this exact play call. They know that they're going to give their quarterback a chance both through the air and on the ground with his legs. They do a nice job stopping him short of the goal line to force 4th down.
Three for 3 in the game, as this one is also good. And the Golden Eagles add on to their lead.
It's always a little bit of a letdown, Mike. You find yourself deep in the red zone, and you have to settle for a short field goal like that. In this case, he's able to put it through, and they get 3.
And their drive will begin at the 30-yard line. The home team's offense and their quarterback set to take the field once more. And he's had it going in the first half. Really had his way with the secondary. They have been powerless to stop him. Now, they're trying to keep it going. A first down throw for Stafford. Oh, and a short throw there, but it's going to end up incomplete. That's a pass you say he should have had. Instead, he does not, and it brings up 2nd down. Here's a give left side. This is Swift. They'll mark him down up at the 44-yard line.
This is one of those cases where having high-end speed in the backfield can be such a game changer. The offensive linemen don't need to hold their blocks quite as long. You give this guy a little bit of a crease, and man, he is gone.
First down, Stafford. To the left side, caught by Chase. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line.
Great pre-snap identification by the quarterback, realizing that the blitz was coming and exactly where the soft spot in the defense would be. He's able to put that slant route right on the front shoulder pad of his receiver, leads to a real nice run after catch, and brings up first down.
They will run it over center with Swift. He'll work his way forward for about 3 yards. DeMonte Casey in on the tackle. 2nd and 7. To throw is Stafford. Brought in by the tight end, Sam Laporta. And they will take him down at the 20-yard line.
These curl routes, he's been running these routes since he was a young kid in Pop Warner football, and I like to call it pulling the string. You've got the defender thinking you're going downfield, and you stick that foot in the ground, work back to the quarterback, friendly to the ball, and really nice job picking up the first down.
That's to the end zone, but they can't connect. It's incomplete. We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. Back to throw is Stafford. And he'll take it on in. Brandon Cooks. Touchdown, Wizards.
You know, Mike, at this level, not all touchdowns are created equal. There's some plays that result in touchdowns, and then there are touchdown strikes. And this one is the latter. I mean, you talk about a confidently thrown ball on the money downfield. It doesn't get a lot better than this, and his receiver is able to take it in for 6.
Here's Cam Little for the PAT. The kick is good. And the Wizards have taken the lead by a point here in the 3rd. We are set for football in the NFL International Series. Great to be back in England. And off we go from Tottenham Hotspur Stadium in North London. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. The visitors' offense back onto the field for their next possession. The deficit is 1 as they'll search now for that go-ahead score. They'll start on the ground with Barkley. And that'll be a pickup of 3. They'll stay on the ground with Barkley. And he'll take this up, working towards the first down mark. He gets 5, but is just a little short of the first down. They'll look to pick this up, 3rd and a yard. They'll try to run here with Barkley. And he's going to be close to that first down. Looks like he made it past the yellow line. Yes, he did. It is indeed a first down. Out of the gun, it's Purdy. Open man is Robinson. And he's close to a first down. It's a gain of 9. Nice pitch and catch on first down. 2nd and a yard. From the gun, it's Purdy. A pass caught by Saquon. And they're going to work this down inside the 45. So, 3 quarters now in the books. Back with more after the break. You're tuned in to the NFL on EA Sports. First and 10. From out of the gun, they give it to Barkley. And he'll get forward for a couple. It's 2nd down. From the shotgun, it's Purdy. And this offensive line just has no answers right now. It's another sack. Here comes Otten in motion. 3rd down. Purdy. He'll try to run for it.
Great reaction by the defense. At first, Mike, it looked like there was enough room out there for the quarterback to pick this one up himself, but they were able to rally to the ball, and I think the officials are going to mark him just short.
Big moment for a guy who's made some big kicks in his career, Harrison Butker. This to take the lead here in the 4th. His kick is good. He got it. And they take the lead here in the 4th quarter.
And this has been such a tight game, but that's a big one right there. I mean, you need a kicker with confidence. Well, this guy, he fits the bill. He steps up and knocks it through to give his guys a lead here in the 4th quarter.
Oh, he's got room past the 30. And he's brought down right at the 35-yard line. Following the kickoff, we have an injured player on the field. As the athletic training staff looks at him, we'll step away for a moment. From the 35, it's 1st and 10. Stafford working from the pistol. That is into the hands of Wicks. And he is out of bounds on the other side of midfield. That's a gain of 21 to open this drive. Play action, Stafford. Oh, he coughs up the football. And the defense has it. And there it is. The defense comes up with the big play, forcing the fumble as they get their offense right back on the field. Coming up, Greg, with a big turnover.
Taking the ball away, Mike, has really become an art form in the NFL. Some teams are good at it, some teams not so much. But in this case, great job by the defense taking that one away.
The visitors' offense starting to trot out for this next possession. They'll begin with great field position, a short field, in fact, as they start with a 1st down. Throwing from the gun is Purdy. Now he takes off. Off the play fake, Purdy. That's caught downfield by Cooper. Following the completion, we'll get a stoppage here for an injured player. The training staff going to look, and we'll step out for a moment. So, not quite 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10. They're pretty close. Here's Purdy. And he slides and covers up at the end, avoids the hit, and picked up decent yardage along the way. Here's Purdy. Good blocking, and he's in. Brock Purdy. Touchdown, Golden Eagles. Greg, that's the way to handle it. Up 1, go down the field, get the touchdown, and extend the lead to 7.
Mike, the key for this offense is they were at their best when their best was needed. Being able to extend this lead late in the 4th quarter, they've got to be feeling pretty good about where things stand to close this game out.
Butker's extra point is good. And the Golden Eagles will make it a 2-score game as they are now up 9. Big crowd on hand. They love American football. These games grow every year. The English crowd is ready, and off we go from Wembley. And he'll be taken down right at the 29-yard line. The home team's offense and their running back getting ready to go back to work. And it's hard to believe you could run the ball a whole lot better than he has. The vision, the cutback ability, the acceleration, the stats. It has all been on display throughout. That's to the middle of the field and caught by Cooks. Play clock has expired. They're not going to get this one off on time. They bring Chase in motion. They'll fake the handoff now, Stafford. And he's going to go down yet again. He has been under fire all game long.
And the big guys up front in the offensive line just continue to not be on the same page. And we've seen it time and time again here today. This pass rush remains one step ahead of them, and it's the quarterback who continues to pay the price.
Work to do following the sack. It is 3rd and long. Working out of the gun, Stafford. That is caught. Hooks gets the grab. That is rare. You don't see 3rd and 17 converted all that often. First down.
Everyone talks about all the physical qualities to play quarterback in the NFL, Mike, and of course that's a given, but it's really the cerebral approach to the game that separates the best from everybody else, and I think both of those things were on display there, as he did not only a great job of finding the vulnerabilities of the back end, but then once his guy was there, it was that arm talent that put the ball in the exact right spot to allow his guy to make the big play.
Got a man left side. It's caught. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line. Following the completion, we'll get a stoppage here for an injured player. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. Out of the gun, Stafford. A throw over the middle, and they can't connect. It's incomplete. The tight end, Sam Laporta, the intended receiver. And it'll bring up 2nd down. Here's a handoff to Swift. And not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that one. It is 3rd and 10. Off play action. It's Stafford. And this offensive line just has no answers right now. It's another sack.
This has been a masterful game plan defensively. I mean, not only have they found their mismatches and been able to exploit them, it's led to 7 sacks so far. I mean, even when the offense seems to make an adjustment, Mike, the defense just still seems to be one step ahead of them.
That one started left, and it's off the upright, and no good. And this will remain a 2-possession game.
You could see the body language of the kicker, Mike. Once it left his foot, he was kind of leaning. He was trying to bring that one back towards the middle, but that's the sound you dread as a kicker. It reverberates around the stadium, off the upright, no good.
Now a 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. Shotgun snap to Purdy. He runs with it. A great job of knowing when to go. He gets 17 yards on that run and a 1st down.
We've seen this quarterback have some effective plays with his legs all game today, Mike. He knows when to stay in there and look to pass, but he also knows when it's time to tuck it and go, and he's able to pick up good yardage there.
That'll be taken in by Barkley. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line.
An interesting decision there by the play caller to put this ball in the air. Mike, you're up by 2 scores. Traditional wisdom says, hey, we're up by 2 scores late in the 4th quarter. We've got to keep this clock moving.
That is going to be hauled in. He's got it. Amari Cooper. Touchdown, Golden Eagles. Greg, that's one of those scores where it's not completely over, but it's getting to be about that time.
Yeah, Mike, I just think they're entering miracle stage right now, and I just don't think there's any coming back from this deficit.
Purdy has the offense ready as they will go for 2. Now they'll set up to throw. He'll swing that out wide, and he'll go down back at the 4-yard line.
So they decide to put the ball in the air, which I don't mind on this 2-point try, but their execution was just a little bit off, and it's not going to work out in their favor this time around.
We are set for football in the NFL International Series. Great to be back in England, and off we go from Tottenham Hotspur Stadium in North London. And a decent return there. He'll get this up just shy of the 30. This offense and their running back heading back on the field. And he has put in a full game's work and then some. Just an incredible performance on the ground to this point in the fourth quarter. Now a first down throw for Stafford. Hook.
Seemed like the receiver, Mike, ran through like 5.
A shotgun snap to Stafford. Catch is made there on the left side by Cooks. And they're going to move this ball inside the 25-yard line. They'll throw once more. Here's Stafford. Right back to Cooks. He's got another one. And he'll be taken down. Following the completion, we'll get a stoppage here for an injured player. So as they look at the injured player, we'll take a timeout. Well, chance to get back in it here. First down and goal. Stafford to throw. It brought in the end zone. Dontavian Wicks. Touchdown Wizards. They get the touchdown, and now it is 9. Greg can go for one, and make it a 1 game, or for 2 here. What would you do?
I think I'm going for the way you have to look at it is I need a 2 at some point, but I want now. Am I down truly 2 scores, or am I able to get it down to 7 and truly make it a 1 score? So I'm going for 2 now, and I want to know what the rest of this game looks like. How many possessions do I need?
He'll start at the 4. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. The Golden Eagles offense and their quarterback ready to go once more. And he has been in control of this offense. Want to run you through some of the action from earlier on. You've got the 2 touchdown passes, over 200 passing yards. He has been excellent all game long. They put a receiver in motion to the left. Here's Purdy on 1st and 10. That one incomplete.
Well, there's really 2 schools of thought, Mike. You have yourself the lead in the 4th quarter, and a lot of people just say, let's sit on it, let's be smart, just don't give anything to the opposing team to let themselves back in the game. Well, that's exactly what they almost did here. They put the ball in the air, tried to run aggressive, and they're lucky to come back to bite it.
The crowd into it now as we get to 3rd down. They'll run straight ahead with Barkley. And he'll be taken down as the clock ticks towards 2 minutes to play. So 2 minutes left to play in the second half. Greg and I back for the conclusion in a moment. Set to go now on 1st and 10. Run out of the gun with Barkley. And a good near the ground, a midfield. Let's give him 9 for the carry. A good spot here, 2nd and a yard. Here's a handoff to Barkley. Whistles here, we have another stop timeout call. The defense with 1:53 remaining. 3rd down, 3 to go. On the handoff, this is Barkley. Barkley's got the first down and more. Now this defense will use a third and final timeout. They'll be disappointed there after giving up the first down. Defense still with 3 timeouts at their disposal as the quarterback's down 2 and on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11. A run up the middle with Barkley. And he'll bring this inside the 30. A give of about 4. They need to get to the 22, but now face third down. Victory formation as he's down. So it's a win for our visitors. This was a game where both buses were up and down the field, marching the ball at will, matching each other point for point. But in the end, they got a few more defensive stops than their opponents did, and that was the difference in this one. And that'll do it for my partner, Greg Olson, for our entire team, Rico. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. So long, everybody.